Now at 6:30, severe drought is affecting farms across the region.
Are sunflowers that have been planted, I've lost count how many times.
How the drought could cancel a beloved fall tradition.
Plus, we're live at the 26th annual Paw Paw Festival as this year's celebration kicks off.
And in sports, it's a make or break week for high school football across the 740. We take a look at tonight's key matchups. Newswatch starts right now. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Allison Patton.
And I'm Alex Imwali. Area farmers continue to see the impacts of a major drought as we end another day without rain.
For the latest, let's send it over to forecaster Emily Case. Emily, when will we see some relief?
So unfortunately, we probably won't be seeing any relief from these drought conditions for a little bit. We did have a gorgeous day today, though. Temperatures, low 50s, really started to heat up as that sun started to rise. And now we're going to be cooling back down tonight. But right now, we're sitting at 85 degrees, sunny skies. We do have a couple clouds from the remnants of Tropical System Francine, but nothing that will bring any relief from this drought. We're in our area, we're dominated by high pressure, and this is a very strong high pressure system that's going to be keeping out most of this rain that we could have seen, or that we were anticipating seeing. Tonight though, 58 for that overnight low, mostly clear skies continuing, and then we have patchy fog tomorrow, high of 89, so another warm one, and then that low of 56 degrees. Looking at our 7-day outlook, Saturday again, patchy fog, 89 degrees. Sunday, sunny conditions, 89. So definitely on the warm side, great if you have any plans, but just be mindful of those warm conditions. Monday, sunny, 86. Tuesday, we're going to see some clouds roll in. Wednesday, there's a chance for a low pressure system to come into our area to bring showers for that. Then the rest of the week, sunny. Back to you, Allison.
Thanks, Emily. Pumpkins are a sure sign of fall, but the exceptional drought Southeast Ohio is facing could put a stall in pumpkin patch openings. This time of year, Libby's pumpkin patch should be full of pumpkins and sunflowers. But this growing season has been a struggle.
And over here on this side, the shorter side, are sunflowers that have been planted. I've lost count how many times we've planted them.
In one field, it's more weeds than pumpkins. Libby's farm is being affected by an exceptional drought, the worst one in decades.
A D4 level drought means that we're in a drought that would expect to see twice to maybe just once every 100 years.
State climatologist Aaron Wilson expects this pattern to continue long term.
What often happens with the weather pattern as it shifts in Ohio and we get into late fall and winter, we tend to start seeing a little bit more of that rainfall. Cooler temperatures limit the stress.
Libby's pumpkin patch is hoping for some rain soon to bring back life to the fields. It takes over 20 gallons of water to make up for an inch of rain on an acre. That makes irrigating the fields too expensive. Until then, Kevin and his wife are waiting to decide if the pumpkin pickings, hay rides, and corn mazes will happen this year.
My guess is probably within the next 2 weeks, by the end of September, we'll have to make some kind of decision for sure.
What's needed is light rain over a long period of time. Winter looks like it could bring some of those elements.
As this severe drought continues, there continues to be a ban on all open burning. The state fire marshal issued the ban on outdoor burning of any kind for central and southeast Ohio. The fire departments say it is important Ohioans adhere to this ban since conditions could quickly fuel a wildfire. My apologies. Nelsonville Fire Chief says the city has seen an increase in grass and bush fires and will not be approving open burn permits until the ban is lifted. An investigation is underway in Vinton County after a major fire broke out at the Rolling Hills generating plant. Here are photos from the scene last night. Multiple fire agencies respond to the fire. The large fire was reported at the natural gas-fired power plant around 7 p.m. yesterday. The Athens Fire Department was one of the fire departments from multiple counties that helped put out the blaze. No injuries related to the fire have been reported at this time.
The electric company behind the largest political corruption scheme in state history agrees to pay a multi-million-dollar fine. First Energy says it will pay a $100 million fine to settle civil fraud charges related to the House Bill 6 nuclear power plant bailout. The charges were filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The company admitted to bribing former House Speaker Larry Householder and former Public Utilities Commission Chair Sam Randazzo to pass the billion-dollar bailout. First Energy's former top executive will still face charges from the SEC. Food banks face major problems after Congress cuts funding for insecurity programs. The cuts to emergency food packaging and distribution is putting more strain on an already stressed system. The Southeast Ohio Food Bank warehouse handles all donations before they reach local food pantries. They say the lack of funding has caused the warehouse to switch to smaller distributions and using more volunteers. Future funding is still unclear as Congress has yet to approve a new appropriations bill.
There were 6 suicides in Athens County over the past 60 days, including one involving an Ohio University student last week. Today, experts and Athens city leaders hosted an event for suicide prevention education. Are you thinking about suicide? Getting comfortable asking this can be difficult, but the importance of that question was at the forefront of today's suicide prevention event, hosted by Lost Community Services and the Athens Common Pleas Court.
You can help somebody. You can prevent a suicide simply by talking to them and showing that you care.
The educational discussion, held at the Athens County OSU Extension Office, was open to the public. Local social workers, healthcare professionals, and residents gathered to learn more about the warning signs for suicide and how to approach them.
When somebody says, I'm thinking about killing myself, believe them and take action. Signs are a little bit more indirect, such as somebody saying that they wish they could go to sleep and never wake up.
Attendees were given surveys, data, and pamphlets, and they were also given time to share their own personal experiences on the subject. Judge George McCarthy says events like these are important, especially in Athens.
We just had 6 suicides in 60 days. It cries out that we need to do something. We're not doing something right, or we need to try something different.
Suicide Prevention Coordinator Mel Bjorgen says if there's one takeaway from this event, she hopes people leave with an ability to recognize and prevent suicide for people in their lives.
I hope that when they leave here, that they feel empowered to go and instill hope and help.
If you or someone you know are experiencing suicidal thoughts or mental health concerns, you can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Students in Springfield, Ohio were evacuated this morning as the city's on heightened alert for multiple bomb threats. Officials with the Springfield City School District closed 3 schools after they received information from the Springfield Police Division. The district says there are no additional threats to any school buildings. Today's evacuations and closures come after a bomb threat yesterday prompted an evacuation of multiple buildings in Springfield, including City Hall. If you are planning to head out to a local beach this weekend to cool off, you might want to think twice. 13 beaches statewide are either closed or under some form of a water quality alert. The beach at Jackson Lake in Jackson County is one of those beaches. The Ohio Department of Health issued a bacteria contamination advisory after it detected high levels of E. coli in the lake. ODH says people with weakened immune systems, children, and the elderly not to swim in the water. It is currently unknown what is behind the high E. coli levels.
Athens County is celebrating North America's largest native fruits, grown right here in Southeast Ohio. Reporter Serenity Prophet joins us live in Albany with more on this year's Pawpaw Festival. Serenity, how's it going out there?
Alex, things are really picking up in Albany, and it's all in the name of Pawpaw. This year covers the 26th festival, highlighting the rich history and future possibilities of fruit. All weekend long, people will be coming together showcasing food and beverages made with pawpaw from all across the state, along with the best and biggest pawpaw, and of course, the famous pawpaw eating contest. There's also a full lineup presentation of activities covering pawpaw, growing, cooking, and medical use, and other related sustainabilities.
Every single part of the Pawpaw Festival. I come for the food, the vendors, the music. I love getting to hear all the different bands and the different styles of music that they bring.
This year's fest runs all weekend. If you are interested, you can go to ohiopawpawfest.com/tickets to buy a ticket. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Serenity Prophet, live at the Pawpaw Festival.
Coming up, thousands of welding union members are on strike, stalling a key sector in this economy. How this could impact other industries.
Yeah, and week 4 of football and the 7-4 is here, and Gridiron Glory has got you covered. Stick around later for previews of tonight's Showtime games, including our game of the week, where New Lexington will head north to Zanesville to face off against West Muskingum.
Southeast Ohio is currently facing an extreme drought. Will these conditions be alleviated anytime soon? Find out more when Newswatch returns.
This year, Gridiron is back and better than ever with our 25th season. I'm your host, Haley Hollinger.
And I'm your digital host, Donovan Barney. Throughout the week, make sure to tune into our Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube for game preview segments on the pregame huddle. If you still can't get enough high school football, check out our Instagram and TikTok for more weekly content.
And of course, we'll see you right here every Friday night at 11:30 p.m. because there's nothing better than Friday nights and Gridiron Glory.
This is you on the cusp of your next chapter.
It's a passageway into something new.
It just seeps into you.
It's a groundbreaking moment.
We can make it ours.
We're coming out hot. We're starting here. It's definitely going to be a treat for their palate.
What a story.
She had the imagination of a genius.
Each time I go up there, it's the sense of newness.
3, 2, 1.
Showtime.
We're all running.
It's beautiful. Cherish every moment. Continue to laugh.
We hope you'll join us.
There is no going back.
It's time for a new beginning.
So, about that garage of yours. Lots of stuff in there. If you want to make serious space, start with the biggest obstacle in sight. Donate that unwanted vehicle, and we'll put it toward more hours of your favorite programs on public television. You might even get a sweet tax deduction, along with space for that ping pong table. Give us a call to learn more. And thanks.
Good evening, Athens. Gorgeous day today. We had sunny skies, only a little bit of clouds right now. Looking at our satellite, most of Ohio under clear skies. We can see a couple clouds in this area, and that's remnants from the tropical system Francine. Now, high pressure dominating most of Ohio. This is a very strong high pressure system, so it's going to be pushing what rain we thought we were going to be anticipating more towards the west, which is not very good. Temperatures over the past 24 hours started out on the cooler side this morning, but then as the sun started to rise, really started to warm things up. We're going to be cooling down again tonight, and that's really just due to that high pressure. It's not allowing any clouds to trap in the heat at the surface, so it's all just going up into our atmosphere. Right now, though, we're currently sitting at around 85 degrees in clear skies. Again, a few clouds, but not that many. Looking at our local radar, unfortunately, no precipitation from tropical system Francine. The National Weather Service has put out a hazardous risk statement for an increase in fire risk. This is just due to relatively low humidity levels on top of the drought mixed with wind conditions, makes fire risk very prominent. So if you see anything that looks like a concern, make sure you report that. Tonight, though, 58 for that overnight low, mostly clear skies. Again, some clouds in our area due to that system, but nothing too major. Tomorrow, patchy fog can be anticipated, 89 for that high, 56 for that low. Looking at our surface analysis, again, high pressure dominating our area. We do have this low pressure system, remnants from Francine, but that is going to be making its way northwest out of our area due to such a strong high pressure system. On Sunday, we can see this high pressure again, mostly dominating the northeast region, parts of Ohio and Indiana, and then this low pressure system making its way further northwest, again, completely missing us. Now, this is a bummer because we were anticipating some rain to alleviate these drought conditions. Looking though at our 7-day outlook, Saturday, patchy fog, 89 degrees. Sunday, sunny, 89. Still on the warm side. Monday, sunny, 86 degrees, that low of 55. Tuesday, we can be anticipating some more clouds, 85 degrees. Then Wednesday, showers possible, which is good news. That'd be due to a low pressure system coming into our area, and 82 degrees, so a slight cool down, and that would be due to that low pressure bringing with it a cold front. But then by Thursday, mostly sunny conditions. Again, a few clouds lingering from that, but 84 degrees. And then Friday, mostly cloudy conditions, high of 83. And I guess there's no low for that day, but find out more later on that one.
Right, yes, Emily, I know there have been some high pressure systems coming through, and we have been in this drought recently, and so farmers are really looking forward to this low pressure system coming in.
Yes, unfortunately, the high pressure system that we saw in the surface analysis, it's such a strong high pressure system that it's really just pushing off that rain and all that precipitation we would have seen and hoped to see off to the west. And so it's going to be going more northwest. Maybe parts of western Ohio, like southwest Ohio, might see a little bit of precipitation from that. But unfortunately, here in Athens and southeast Ohio, we're not going to be seeing any relief from the drought, which is quite unfortunate.
Right. Well, thank you, Emily. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Emily. And, you know, it's Friday night, so you know what that means, Alex.
I do. That's right. It is Football Friday night in the 740, and Gridiron Glory has got all of you at home covered. Gridiron Glory's digital host Donovan Varney is live in Zanesville with the latest on high school football in our area.
Yep, that's right. I'm out here at West Muskingum High School for our game of the week, and we are about a little under 15 minutes from kickoff here at Whirlwind Stadium. We are 4 weeks into the high school football season, and teams are finally getting into the swing of things. And these two teams are definitely into the swing of things. New Lexington at West Muskingum is our game of the week, and these two are no strangers at all. Since they began playing in 1965, New Lexington has historically dominated this matchup, winning 39 times while only losing 18 times. Although they lost a close game last week against Garaway, West End is looking to defend home field against a very hot Panthers offense. If we take a look over at the TVC, Wellston and Trumbull are facing off for the first time since 1992. The Golden Rockets are 3-0 this season under second-year head coach Chris Graham and are looking for their first 4-0 start since 1968. On the other hand, Trumbull is sitting at 2-1 and has been putting on a dominant showing on defense thus far. The Tomcats have given up an average of 13 points per game, and the offense isn't lacking either with QB Brady Jasek under center. Now up next is Waterford at Fort Fry, and this game is one that always delivers. After losing 16-0 last season, Waterford is looking to flip the script against the Cadets. Last year, the Wildcats' kryptonite was second-half turnovers. This time around, they're going to have to limit those in order to stay competitive against a very good Fort Fry defense. With both teams in Region 23, this game has big playoff implications early on this season. Now we have the Battle of Circleville. It is back this year, and the 3-0 Circleville Tigers are hoping to get their first win against the Braves in 4 years. This might be the year for the Tigers. With their offense averaging over 30 points per game this year and them hosting tonight's contest, the odds may be in their favor. You can't count out Logan Elm, though. Although coming off a loss against Miami Trace last week, their offense will be tough to stop. Next up, the dominant backfield of Amanda Clear Creek Aces will head over to face Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. The two difference makers, for the Aces in this one are Tommy Stye and Bodie Martin. The two backs combined for 327 yards on the ground against Adina last week. And for Bloom Carroll, QB Ethan Thanavong is looking to keep the Dogs rolling after a bounce-back win against Jonathan Alder last week. And finally, we've got Huntington at Piketon. This is one that always means a little more when these two step on the gridiron. 51 years of blood, sweat, and tears between these two teams. For Huntington, their offense is looking to kick into gear tonight after only putting up an average of 9 points per game. As for Piketon, their offense has had their foot on the gas, averaging 26 per game, nearly 3 times that of Huntington. This is going to be the first conference game for both teams, so you know it's going to be good. As you can see, we have a full slate of games tonight that you will not want to miss. And on top of that, we've got 6 digital games that will also be on the show, and I'll be breaking those down on the Extra Point. So don't forget to tune in to Gridiron Glory tonight at 11:30 p.m. on WOUB and the WOUB YouTube channel. That's all I have for you guys. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Donovan Varney, live in Zanesville.
Thanks, Donovan. Next, these severe storms and large wildfires have some homeowners worried, why some people fear this could hurt their wallet.
Meet Rita Moreno,
I wanted to be a movie star from the time I saw my first picture.
who found her good times only after some really difficult ones.
I was often treated like a sex object.
Enjoy Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony winner Rita Moreno, just a girl who decided to go for it.
Very early on, I realized that getting attention was a very nice thing.
On American Masters.
Tonight at 9 on WOUB.
Next time, we say aloha to some amazing vintage appraisals from Honolulu.
This is the type of thing that makes them weak in the knees. Whoa, okay.
Are you kidding?
It's a great thing.
Wow.
No, it's really important. This is a national treasure.
I've got goosebumps.
Can you guess which values went up, down, or stayed the same? Find out next time on Antiques Roadshow. Monday at 8 on WOUB.
Coral reefs. They are one of the most endangered habitats on Earth when it comes to climate change. But help is on the way. I'm Dr. M. Sanjay. Join us as we find ways to preserve our changing planet.
We have the building blocks to rebuild that reef.
To see science in action, absolutely amazing.
Welcome to the Okavango Delta. This is nature at its absolute finest.
This is crazy. This is a battle. That is powerful. Like a king. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wednesday at 8 on WOUB.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Hurricane and wildfire season is hitting homeowners hard, but the financial cost may hit them even harder. 26% of homeowners surveyed by Bankrate say they are not financially ready for a natural disaster. While a majority of homeowners surveyed do have insurance, they're not sure if the potential damage will be covered.
Insurance companies are starting to exclude certain perils that we're used to having covered.
Analysts say they are worried that homeowners should make their homes as insurable as possible by upgrading their roofs and clearing out debris in their gutter.
You know what they say, no planes, no gains. Thousands of Boeing union members are on strike, bringing aircraft assembly to a near standstill. Laura Geary brings us more on the situation and how this strike could dent the U.S. economy.
If Boeing touts that we're the best in the industry, they need to treat us the best in the industry.
We expect our demands to be met, and we won't stop until they're met.
Daybreak Friday, revealing the determination of striking Boeing union members. About 33,000 walked out Friday after voting overwhelmingly to reject a proposed 4-year contract. Leaders at the International Association of Machinists Union described the deal as the best it's ever negotiated with the aircraft maker. Enthusiasm not matched on the picket line.
There's a lot of stuff that just doesn't add up. Their math is crazy.
As we watch their pay go up, we've watched stagnant pay on our side.
Stagnant for about 10 years, says IAM 751 President John Holden.
We got to get back to the table.
The rejected contract offered workers at least a 25% pay raise over 4 years. It would have also helped with health care and retirement costs. But many workers want their traditional pension plan back, one cut by Boeing years ago.
Some people may be bitter about the whole thing, and that's a good part of it.
The strike is the company's first in 16 years, and while consumer travel won't be affected, an ongoing strike could impact nearly 10,000 Boeing suppliers nationwide, possibly affecting well over 1.5 million jobs. Boeing estimates it pours around $80 billion into the economy annually, and it's eager to resume contract negotiations.
I think that Boeing understands now that we really are sincere about the way we feel. I hope this gets resolved soon.
Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Laura Aguirre.
Still ahead, Italy is known for some of the best pizza in the world. There's a new top dog. where you can find the best pizza around.
Mr. Ridley's been assisting with this case on a consultancy basis.
If you ruffle a few feathers, it might throw up a few leads.
No cameras, no witnesses.
This is premeditated.
This is now a murder inquiry. Let's go.
We need surveillance. We need arrest warrants. Something's not right.
I think you're too close to this, Ridley.
I don't know which side you're on.
Sunday at 8 on WOUB.
Craving adventure? Passport is your ticket to the hottest destinations in drama. Check into luxurious hotels. Hit exclusive beaches. But fair warning, travel plans can sometimes get complicated. If you've got the itch for drama, travel the world and stream now with Passport on the PBS app.
There have always been those of us looking for stories that keep us alive.
You're born to this world to make a difference.
It's about building systems that will save lives.
Ya solo ese pasto se está acabando. Es una especie en peligro de extinción.
No one is the same. Everybody is so unique.
There's so much divisiveness in this country.
Heightened tensions.
You just have to choose a side. You automatically have to hate the other side.
Deep divisions.
It does get heated. We have big fights.
And a stark choice.
We will make America great again.
We are not going back.
Judy Woodruff brings together citizens from across the spectrum. Crossroads, a conversation with America, September 23rd at 9, 8 Central.
The CDC released new guidance on the monkeypox vaccine as questions emerge around waning immunity. The agency says Americans do not need an Mpox vaccine boosters because overall risk of getting the virus remains low in the U.S. The CDC recommends getting vaccinated if you have been exposed or are at risk of being exposed to the virus. This guidance comes as a new non-peer-reviewed study suggests immunity can wane within a year of vaccination. More than 1 million women in the U.S. experience menopause every year, and for those going through it, they can see a drop in metabolism. Doctors are giving tips to boost women's metabolism. They say it is important to focus on exercise that work major muscle groups, whether that's lifting weights or doing activities like yoga or even just going for a walk.
Workout keeps you moving. That's going to be the right workout for you.
According to the National Institutes of Health, the transition to menopause most often starts between the ages of 45 and 55. It typically lasts about 7 years, but can be as long as 14 years.
Now, it's no secret the birthplace of pizza has some of the best slices in the world. But the world's best pizza for 2024 isn't in Naples or even in Italy, it's in New York City. A pizza parlor in Lower Manhattan was awarded the Italy-based 50 Top Pizza Award. Adding to their bragging rights, New Yorkers saw 3 other pizzerias make the 2024 list, but Naples, the holy land for pizza and foodies, bested New York with 5 entries. And that's the last story that we have for you tonight, but we're gonna let Emily take it. What's the weather gonna look like? What do you wanna leave us with today?
All right, well, as we've been seeing this past week, high pressure, which means sunny conditions, warmer weather. It's gonna be very sunny. Not a lot of clouds, even though we were hoping for some of that rain. This weekend looks amazing. It's gonna be sunny and warm. So,
okay, that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thank you so much for watching.
Stay tuned for the PBS New Hours coming up next. Have a great night.
Support for a PBS NewsHour is